Sorry, my friend, now I'm alone again. So I'll be going what you ready to
Hello, everybody, and good evening from the Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College, soon to be named Voorhees University. I'm Clarence Jones, and tonight we have a rivalry, another rivalry here, in-state rivalry, as Voorhees College take on Norris College in this conference rival. And this is a very important game for both teams, both the Lady Tigers and the Tigers. But first up tonight, we have the Lady Tigers who's coming off a victory last night against Oakwood by the score of 69-56. They're looking to have two in a row, and in order to get two in a row, they will have to have another big performance out of Brittany McDonald, as well as Ty Bunkley, and as also we'll have Ashley Johnson. Ashley Johnson was a pleasant player yesterday, doing her thing, and now let's see if she can continue doing her thing here tonight. Brittany McDonald, of course, what can you say about the talented superstar? Bunkley, she is an upcoming and a great star in the making for the Lady Tigers. And they'll need all their stars out here tonight as they face the Lady Hornets of Norris College, who comes in on a 12-game losing streak, and they look to stop the losing streak. And what better to stop the losing streak here at the Tigers than against their longtime rivals? As I mentioned, this is a very important game for the Lady Tigers because a conference victory actually means about two victories, to be honest, because in the conference, in the CAC, you only have about 8 to 10 teams that really make it to the tournament out of 30-member conference. So this is a very important game for the Lady Tigers. A very needed victory here tonight. So stay with us. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening of the Lady Tigers versus the Lady Hornets. What can you say? Another rivalry here, and we are getting ready to have some great basketball action. Hope that you join us. And of course, as always, let us know where you are watching us from, and always comment in our comment section on our YouTube page and also on our Facebook page. Stay with us. We have more Lady Tigers basketball coming up right after this.
All involved, you can help us create a positive environment for the teams and also for the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please direct your attention to the south end of the arena. As we honor America, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. The president of Voorhees College is Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, and the athletic director is Ms. Charlene Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, you are reminded that federal regulations prohibit smoking in this building. We ask that you please observe our COVID-19 protocol of social distancing and mask wearing. And our officials for tonight's game are sanctioned by the NAIA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Leonard Dawson Health and Human Resources Center. This is the Jerry M. Screen Arena, and tonight, the Lady Voorhees College Tigers take on the Lady Hornets of Morris College from Sumter, South Carolina. And now, introducing the starting lineups, first round visitors from Morris College. Wearing number 1, Adosia Graves. Wearing number 10, Leasha Jones. Wearing number 21, Kanaja Flood. Wearing number 22, Janara Donovan. And wearing number 24, Jada Dixon. The Lady Hornets are coached by Brittany English. And now, your Lady Voorhees College Tigers. At 1 forward from Talbot, Georgia, wearing number 21, Tashia Buckley. At the other forward from Sumter, South Carolina, wearing number 24, Inga Kopla. At center from Effingham, South Carolina, wearing number 44, Melis Newbill. At 1 guard from Covington, Georgia, wearing number 11, Ariana Card. And at the other guard from Mullins, South Carolina, wearing number 1, Brittany McDonald. The Lady Tigers are coached by Edward Glover and assisted by Sean Roundtree and D. Ariel Walker.
All right, that is the starting lineups set here tonight by Willie Jefferson. Clarence Jones here with you, and my partner here, Cam McLean, is with me. And Cam, last night, the Lady Tigers got off a good start against Oakwood, never let up, and end up winning. What are your keys here tonight for them to win their second straight game?
My keys for tonight are for them to continue that momentum into this game. They're facing a Morris team that is yet to log a win yet, and also have yet to have a player score average double figures. So I'm looking for them to take that momentum into today's game.
And right off the bat, Morris is called for the travel, so Voorhees will have it. They'll start quickly. No good for Bunkley, that she gets on rebound. Puts it up.
Alternating jump ball.
Possession arrow will belong to Voorhees. And you know what? Morris has struggled. But I look at the roster tonight, and there are 3 Morris players not playing. They already had a light roster to coming into this game. But now you have probably most of your bench not even available. You only have 3 players.
I'm looking at the bench. I'm looking at the bench right now, and it's empty.
None.
It's empty. So that's definitely going to be one of my. Now that I'm looking at that, at Coach Glover looking at his bench compared to Morris's bench, you definitely want him to get into the legs of those starters because you know there are no reserves.
Right. Voorhees calls a quick timeout. But yeah, this is going to be very interesting, Cam, because the fact that you did make mention, I'm looking over it right now, and there's nobody as far as reserves go. So the starting 5 is basically going to be that 5 for the whole game. And that can come up later on. Fatigue could be a real problem for Morris.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm Coach Glover, I'm pressing the whole game. I'm pressing the entire game.
So this is very interesting that Morris does not have any reserves. Now, here's another important question. What happens, God forbid, but if somebody from Morris gets seriously hurt?
Well, technically, you can play with 4. You can't play with 3, but technically, you can play with 4.
And that means the other team will have to sit somebody else down.
No, you can play with 4.
4 and 5?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Let's hope that doesn't.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
not
We
the
definitely,
case. But it does bring up that scenario because there is no reserves for Morris College. All right, we're just starting here in the first quarter. No score yet. Morris depleted roster to the point where there is no reserves for Morris. But we also like to thank everybody for tuning in all season long and continue to tune in and comment. For those who want to comment during our broadcast on our YouTube page and also on our Facebook page, Voorhees College, and our YouTube page is VC Tiger Sports page. Ball goes out of bounds. Morris will have possession. Still no score yet. 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the first of a doubleheader. Now, of course, Cam, this has always been a big rivalry, but it seemed kind of subdued as Dez goes to steal there. It seemed kind of subdued for the fact that we got to follow protocols because if it wasn't, I would expect it would have been a big crowd from Sumter.
Absolutely.
Down here
So yeah. Normally, I didn't mean to cut you off there, CJ, but normally when we play Morris and they come to Voorhees, both schools are bringing a bus of students. So, but given the current COVID climate that we live in right now, that's just not possible.
Right.
Fouls
called on Copeland. That's her
first.
first. Teams first. Still, we almost played 2 minutes into this game and still no score yet.
Yeah, so the Tigers definitely haven't capitalized on that on anything right now. Neither have the Hornets.
Backing in down low, wild shot. Hit nothing but air as the ball goes out of bounds. Morris will still maintain with possession with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. I don't think nobody from Morris realizes it yet. 1 second, that's it. Shot clock violation.
Possession, Lady Tigers.
Nobody from Morris did not notice it. And then here's another thing I just noticed. Because you don't have any players on the bench, nobody can yell out 5, 4, 3. The Lady Tigers are definitely not going to shout out that there's 5 seconds left on the Morris shot clock.
Yeah, well, you would hope the coach would have enough wherewithal to do that for them, especially in this, normally I would say a hostile environment, but unfortunately due to COVID, a lot of, our normal people are not in attendance.
Right. There's a 3-pointer on the way. It's good. Basket's good for Donovan. So Janira Donovan puts up the first 3 points of the ball game, and it's 3-0. Bunkley trying to answer back, and she does. Ty Bunkley with the 3.
By Bunkley.
So we're tied at 3 as we come up on the 6.5-minute mark left in the first quarter. And that is stolen there by McDonald. Good defensive play. Inga picks it up. Gives it back over to McDonald. McDonald, the leading scorer for the Lady Tigers here this year. McDonald makes a good move to the basket, a bit strong. Another chance. Here's McDonald once again, and she puts it in.
14 by McDonald.
So McDonald with her first 2 points, and Voorhees takes the lead for the first time this evening, 5-3. Under 6 minutes to go here in this first quarter. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, put back is up and good. And there for Flood.
By Flood.
So Flood, with that deuce, equals the score out with 5 apiece. Bunkley, too strong. Battle for the ball. Put back up and good. Inga puts it in. And Voorhees back on top 7-5. And a steal by McDonald. Now the ball went out of bounds. Kind of surprised they didn't call a foul though.
Yeah, it looked like a little bump, but you know, this is basketball.
Yeah.
Also entering the game is number 25.
Destiny Owens comes in. Also, Diamond Bullard checks in.
Bullard.
If you're just joining us, it's 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-5 is our score. Ball as a foot stepped on the line, and Morris will have possession. 5 minutes, 3 seconds, and counting. You know, it's very interesting. This is, as long as I've called basketball games, whether it be college or high school, that's a good block there. Coming back the other way, good block by Bunkley. Here's McDonald in the lane. Good. So McDonald, a quick 4 points here, and it's 9-5. Voorhees on time. Morris will take a quick timeout. And I was mentioning Cam, that all of my years doing high school basketball, college basketball, I've never called a game where the other opponent had no reserves whatsoever. A regulation game. Now, usually if it's like a street ball or something, you know, street ball, you don't have a reserve. You know, you got to play the whole game. But this is very fascinating that Morris, and to stay competitive, that's the main thing, Kim, stay competitive, knowing that you will not have any breaks during the game.
Yeah, you know, but I'll tell you this, as a player, what I'll say is that it's definitely, for me, it would be an enticing opportunity to know I'm not coming out of the game.
Backcourt press. Almost a steal there. And there's a steal. McDonald comes away with another steal. The ball goes out of bounds. 9-5 is our score with 4 minutes and 24 seconds to go. Inga as the ball knocked out of her hands. Up the court it goes. And the layup is good. Therefore, Graves. So Graves with her first 2 points, and it's 9-7. Voorhees up by 2. With 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Out of the corner for 3 for Bunkley. That is a second three-pointer. Voorhees up 12-7 now. And you got to stress how important this game is, Cam, to the Lady Tigers, because this is a conference game.
Oh yeah, we're still fighting for a push for the conference. So absolutely.
Oh, as we have a collision. Inga falls to the floor along with Dixon. Inga picks up her second personal. 3 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. Ashley Johnson, who had a nice game last night against Oakwood, checks in for the first time.
Ashley Johnson is, I didn't mean to cut you off again there, CJ, but another a welcomed addition back to the lineup for the Lady Tigers.
A very, very welcome addition. And her points was much needed last night as Card comes away with the ball. And that's a traveling violation called against Brittany. It was actually, the ball was kind of unexpected, came to her hands off of the deflection.
Yeah, you can't help but wonder if Ashley would have been playing against Allen, if that game would have went a little bit differently towards the end.
It could have.
That senior leadership, I think she might have been able to corral the team a little bit and stop some of that bleeding.
Oh, nice steal. And the basket is good. basket there, good. It's now 12-9.
Great pass.
Hard as it's blocked there by Donovan. So back up the court it goes. And we'll have a foul call.
The foul is on Voorhees 22, Ashley Johnson.
Ashley Johnson picks up her first non-shooting foul. Out of the corner, no good. Owens comes away with it. Now the ball knocked out of her hands, and now we have a tie-up for possession. And it looks like possession now will go to Morris. So Morris will have the basketball. That last bucket that Morris made, by the way, was made by Maisha Jones, as Voorhees now with another opportunity. Ashley, that's almost was stolen there. Always picks it up, and off the glass it was good. So Owens with her first 2 points, and it's a 14-9 Voorhees lead. The reason why I pointed Maisha Jones out is the fact that on the list she has is number 10, but she's actually number 5. A 2-point basket by Donovan. Back the other way quickly. Buckley with the answer. Buckley with 8 points so far, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet. 16-11 is our score. Voorhees on top. Once again, we encourage everybody to comment in our chat room. We love to interact with our watchers, those who are tuned in to the stream, whether it be on our YouTube page or our Facebook page.
Is number 1, Adosha Graves.
Adosha Graves will be at the line shooting 2 off of that foul.
Diamond Bullard.
So with 59 seconds to go, first shot is good. Morris hanging right in there with them. Morris only has 5 players dressed out for tonight's game. One out of 2 at the line. The other way, 3-pointer, no good. Monkley gets on rebound, puts it up. So the foul called against Donovan.
That's her first.
That's her first.
Team's first.
Team's first.
At the line, shooting 2 is number 21. Tashibia Buckley.
So Buckley will be at the line shooting. Buckley, who I think has a very bright future here as a Lady Tiger.
Absolutely.
I mean, she could hit the outside shot. She has moves to the basket, and I think she'll be that leader, that future leader for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, she reminds me of a player that we had a few years ago, Naja Davis, somebody who came in right away as a freshman as Tashima gets the steal.
Buckley, look at that. Buckley already in double figures.
But yeah, she reminds me of a player like Naja Davis who came in right away as a freshman, was able to contribute, and she's just lights out from beyond all.
Diamond Bullard
Picks up her first personal, team's 5th.
And at the line is shooting 2.
So at the line shooting 2 will be Jada
Is number
Dixon.
24, Jada Dixon.
Dixon hits the first. One out of 2. about the same difference between shot clock and game clock as McDonald unable to hit. Too far underneath the basket. But another opportunity for Voorhees. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Good for three. Bunkley. 13 points for Ty Bunkley so far. And it's 23-14. Voorhees up by 9. 1 second left. That'll do it.
Your first period score is
So
Voorhees
a
23
dominating first
and
period,
Hornets 14.
particularly for Ty Bunkley, as Voorhees lead it 23-14. And good showing in the first quarter, Cam, by the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, definitely a pretty good showing by the Lady Tigers, especially there at the end. Look for them to dig some more into their legs going into the second quarter and creating some turnovers and really converting on those opportunities as they create those turnovers.
Good shooting in the first quarter for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers pretty hot behind the three-point line. Should I say Ty Bunkley hot behind the three-point line. She is 3 of 3 from three-point range so far. And she is the early leader, leading all scorers with 13 points. So now, my partner, Cam McLean, as I mentioned, he is my partner for this broadcast, but he is also going to do some camera duty. So the second quarter,
Side out.
I will be broadcasting by myself.
Correction, possession, Lady Tigers.
Lady Tigers will have possession to open up this quarter. 23-14 if you're just joining us. Thank you so very much for tuning in. There's McDonald. McDonald pull-up shot, no good. Owens with the rebound, put back, no good. Tie up on the floor.
Alternating jump ball, possession.
Morris will have possession.
Morris. Back for the Lady Tigers is number 11, Card.
Card
And
checks
44,
back in.
Newbill.
Newbill also checks in. 9:37 to go. 23-14. Right now, we don't have the scorebook available, so I will keep score as much as possible. From the free throw line, that is well short. I mean, it didn't even hit the rim short. 23-14. McDonald. Oh, nice pass. McDonald to Newbill, unable to hit. That was some good, nice passing. But unfortunately, Newbill unable to hit. 23-14 is our score with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 3-pointer on the way is no good. Newbill comes away with the ball. And here's Miss Voorhees. Ariana Carr goes up the court. And Bunkley is called for steps. Eight minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half.
Number 32, Aubrey Callum.
Aubrey Callum checks in for the first time for the Lady Tigers. Once again, we like to welcome everybody in the chat room. And so far, yes, the Lady Tigers are looking very good out there. Once again, we appreciate everybody for tuning in on our Facebook page and also our YouTube page as well. That shot is no good. Up the court it goes.
The basket is
And an easy
for
lay-in
two by
there for
Dixon.
Dixon. So Dixon now with 3 points on the evening, and it's 23-16 as we're under the 8-minute mark left in the first half. McDonald, little off-balance shot there, no good. Here's Morris. Morris trying to get back into this game by shooting the outside, but they're not hitting. McDonald. Oh, McDonald misses. That was an easy shot. And you know, sometimes when it's so easy, you can't blow a layup sometimes.
Shooting two is number one, Brittany McDonald.
Brittany McDonald will be at the line shooting two. That was one of those hiccups there. Missing a wide open shot. Brittany with 5 points on the evening. Looking for point number 6. Misses that one, but Newbill with the opportunity for the Lady Tigers. Too strong off glass. Under 7.5 minutes to go, as the ball was taken away by Brittany, but she ran out of bounds. Her momentum carried her out of bounds.
23, Kiana
Felder, number 23, checks in for the first time for the Lady Tigers. And of course, Morris only playing with 5 players. There is no substitution for Morris. Their starting 5 will have to be in there for the whole game. Falling to the floor, we have a tie-up. Jones falls to the floor, and a 30-second timeout is taken by Morris. So quick thinking by Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So we'll have a timeout on the court.
Announce our
7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the first half. 24-16. Voorhees
These events are scheduled
leading
for
Morris
Saturday, April
College.
the 2nd through Sunday.
Just a reminder, coming up after this game, we'll have the men's game 20 minutes after this game. So for those of you watching us on YouTube, make sure you switch over for the different stream. As you look at a live shot, the 10th president of Voorhees College, President Hopkins, enjoying the festivities here.
And the installation and inauguration of our 10th president.
Just a reminder, the inauguration is coming up, as well as the 125th anniversary Founders Day, as we'll have a week-long celebration coming up. So we'll let you know more about it as the broadcast continues. As that shot is good.
4-2 by Graves.
Graves puts it in. That's Graves' second field goal.
The foul is on Morris.
We'll have a
number 5.
foul on Morris.
Miasha Jones, that's her first.
Miasha
Team
Jones
second.
picks up the foul. That's her first, team second. Shot is up, no good. Ashley Johnson comes away with the rebound. Off glass is good.
It is good. 4-2 by Johnson.
Ashley Johnson
Ashley.
with the deuce. So now scores 26-18. Shot went up, no good. And there for Graves.
Voorhees 23. Kiana Felder. That's
Kiana
her first,
Felder.
team's first of the second period.
Picks up the
And at the
foul.
line, shooting 2 is number 1, Adosia Graves.
Adosia Graves at the line, shooting 2. 26-18 is our score. And as I look over to my left, we have the pet band here. We might get a shot of the pet band coming up. So how about that? Voorhees College with their own pet band. I can't wait We might get a halftime performance.
That for the Lady Tigers is number 21.
Well, you can't see us, can't see on camera right now, but ladies and gentlemen, Voorhees has their own pep band. As you take a look at the pep band right now, as they're filing in. A nice crowd, nice pep band numbers. And this is the first year that our pep band is performing. So hopefully we'll get a performance and you can watch it live right here on our streaming. Also got to give a shout out to the local high school as well.
23, Kiana Felder. That's her second.
Kiana Felder picks up the foul.
Second.
That's her second
And
team.
shooting 2 is number 1, Adosia Graves.
So just one more note about the pep band is actually kind of a mixture between college players and also high school players as well. So this should be a very interesting performance coming up. All right. As far as the basketball game is concerned, Morris cut the lead down to 6 at 26-20.
Timeout, Morris.
So we have a timeout taken by the Lady Hornets. 26-20 is our score. And we just want to remind everybody that we'll have our second game of the doubleheader coming up after this game. We'll have the men's game coming up. So make sure you stay with us. Just a reminder, Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball, as always, brought to you by Charisma Health. Charisma Health, the official sponsor of Voorhees Athletics. That's Charisma Health. $26-20 is our score with 5 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And Morris has kept Voorhees from scoring the last minute or so. Meanwhile, Morris is just chipping away on the lead. As the ball goes out of bounds. Looking into the chat room, and Irvin Henderson, of course, reminds everybody, Dr. Leroy Staggers, the current president at Morris College, is also an alum at Voorhees, and his classmate of 1977. All right. 1977 was a great year. Shot put up, no good. Ashley comes away with the basketball. Gives it off to Brittany McDonald. McDonald bounce pass inside. Shot put up. Ashley too strong off the glass. Another steal. Here's McDonald. So back from Morris. 4.5 to go. Oh, nice move to the basket by Dixon. So Jada Dixon now with 5 points on the evening. And it's 26-22 as we're coming up on the 4-minute mark. 3-point on the way for Bunkley is no good. Rebound, Ashley puts it back up and in.
It is good. For 2 by Johnson.
Ashley Johnson. A second field goal, and it's 28-22. Other way, the shot is up, no good. Rebound put back is no good for Jones, but she'll go to the line.
The foul for Voorhees 22, Ashley Johnson.
Ashley Johnson
That's her
picks up her second
team's
personal.
third.
Team's
And at
third.
the line, shooting
So
2.
Jones will be at the line
is
shooting
number 5, Jones. Returning to the lineup for the Tigers is 44, Newbill. And also in the lineup for the Tigers
Right
is
now,
number
again,
3
if you're just
scoring.
joining us, Morris only with 5 players in uniform here this evening. So no bench to speak of. As Jones misses the first. Even though Morris does not have any reserves on the bench, but still playing the Lady Tigers real close here. 28-22 as that second shot is no good. One out of two from the line, and a steal, and a quick 2 there by Jones. So Jones keeping her team in it, and down by 4 now as Bunkley puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Morris. 28-24 is our score. There's the shot put up, no good. And a scramble on the floor.
Position.
And the possession now will give it to Voorhees.
Lady Tigers. Returning for Voorhees is number 25, Bullard.
Bullard checks back in. Here's a 3-pointer on the way for McDonald. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Once again, if you're just joining us, it's the first game of our doubleheader. VC versus MC. That's going to be the last time we're going to say that, huh? VC versus MC. McDonald in the lane, a bit too short there. The ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jones of Morris. Three minutes and 1 second to go in the first half. Here's McDonald. Monkey only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Brittany has to put it up, and that will be a shot clock violation.
Returning from Voorhees is number 11, Card.
Card checks back in. With 2 minutes and 49 seconds to go. 28-24. Lady Hornets staying around. With only 5 players dressed out here tonight. Meanwhile, Voorhees, they have a bench to work with. And that shot, no good. Owens comes away with the rebound. There's McDonald. McDonald takes it in all the way.
It is good. And 4-2 by McDonald.
Brittany McDonald, 7 points here so far this evening. And it's a 30-24 VC lead over MC. Oh, not stopping the basket, not stopping the player to get into the basket, but unable to hit. McDonald. Down low, and Bunkley was having an excellent first half. And a steal. Bunkley, back-to-back baskets. Good defense. Instant offense. And it's a 10-point Voorhees lead at 34-24 with a minute and a half remaining. 3-pointer on the way is no good. So Voorhees will have possession.
Timeout.
But before that, we'll have a timeout.
Voorhees.
Coach Glover takes the timeout. So 30-second timeout for the Lady Tigers. And the Lady Tigers now with a little breathing room. 10-point lead at 34-24. And their defense got turned off. And as you can hear in the background, we have the pet man here. All right. So what you just heard in the mics, that is, yes, the VC Pet Band. New build, unable to hit. Another opportunity. The shot up, no good. Owens. And we have a whistle
Lane violation.
and a lane violation. 3-second lane violation called against the Lady Tigers. Whoa, that first little note just kind of jolted us just now because I've never done a game, a Voorhees game that had a pep band in here. So that is going to sound good. And yes, it does sound good. As players fall to the floor. 45.5 seconds to go.
The foul is on Voorhees, number 1. Brittany McDonald.
Foul is called on
That's her
Brittany
second, team
McDonald.
score.
That is her second personal, team 4. Ball knocked out. And Bunkley comes away with the rebound. Here comes McDonald.
The basket.
That's good.
For 2 by
So Brittany McDonald heating up here in the late stages of the first half. Shot pulled up, no good. Owens with the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Voorhees can go for the final basket. Nice pass. As we'll have a foul call.
The foul was on Marsh, number 21, Blood. That's her first, team's 3rd. And at the line,
So with
shooting 2 is
9.9
number
seconds
1,
to go, Brittany McDonald with 9 points so far. Trying to get into double figures. A very solid first half by the Lady Tigers. Brittany, as she did last night, is in the double figures. Second shot for Brittany is good. 11 points on the evening so far for Brittany McDonald. Story checks in for the Lady Tigers for this last 9 seconds. Near still. 5 seconds, and there is a steal. Only 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and that's a foul with 0.4 seconds to go.
Morris, number 1, Graves.
Graves picks up the foul.
That's her first.
That is her first
team
personal.
4.
Team 4th. (38-24), and that will do
Your
it.
halftime score.
For the half.
Voorhees 38.
Voorhees
And Morris College
looking good
24.
out there. They're up 38-24 as we hit the half. VC Pet Band making their debut here this evening. Voorhees up 38-24. How about that, folks? VC Pet Band.
Voorhees College, give it up for the Orangeburg
Wilkinson High School Band in the role of the VC Pet Band here this evening. All right, we're at halftime, 38-24, and we'll be right back, and we'll get you set up for the second half of tonight's ball game. Welcome back here to the Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College, soon to be Voorhees University. And as you can hear in the background, we have the pep band going on right now, and the atmosphere has just picked up. Right now, the Lady Tigers feeling good about themselves, holding a 38-24 lead, thanks to the play as for Brittany McDonald, of course, Buckley, the players that I talked about at the top of the program are definitely doing their thing. Ashley Johnson, and of course, Bill is helping out as far as the rebounds are concerned. But for the Lady Tigers right now, it's about closing out, just as they did last night against Oakland. It's about closing out against a talented, depleted squad in Morris College. Morris College only has 5 players dressed out for tonight's game, and right now, I think in the second half, that may become a problem because they do not have any reserves to come off the bench. And right now, they're facing a 14-point deficit, and it can only get worse if Morris does not cut into this lead, especially early on in the second half. Because, as I mentioned to Cam, that this team, Morris, is dressing only 5 players. The key could definitely become a factor, especially in the second half. So we'll see what happens in the second half between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Hornets. Stay with us right here on the VC Tigers Sports Network. Coming up next is the second half. Stay with us.
Set, side out, possession, Morris.
All right, as we start this second half, thank you so very much for tuning in. VC and MC locking horns as that first shot is up and no good. Voorhees, as I mentioned, with a 38-24 lead and a nice pass inside for Brittany McDonald. Nice offensive play there for VC, and now they have their biggest lead of the ball game, 40-24, as we're just starting here in this third quarter. Here's Story. She had to pick up her dribble. Oh, wide open down low is Bunkley.
14 by Bunkley.
Bunkley with 19 points here in this ball game, as that shot is no good. And Voorhees now trying to assert themselves as the dominant team as that ball goes out of bounds. Oh, thank you. I guess my new nickname is Mr. Clean now, huh? 42-24 is our score. Voorhees up. That shot is no good, and Morris is coming out looking cold here. Story all the way. Story with the deuce. DeAndrea Story. That was a nice play. Oh, and by the way, the pep band that I mentioned here tonight from OW, Orangeburg Wilkinson, for those of you not from South Carolina.
Team's first of the third period.
a good defensive play as the defense is turning up here for the Lady Tigers. Bunkley, as she stumbles, loses the basketball, and it'll be a turnover. (44-24) is our score. Voorhees up. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And that will be a foul called against Newbill.
The foul is on Voorhees 44, Melise Newbill. That's her first
So
team
Melise
second.
picks up her first
And at
personal.
line, shooting 2 is number 24, Jada Dixon.
First shot is no good there for Jada Dixon. Oh, right through the legs of Story. So right now, Lady Tigers coming out the locker room. It was up already, 38-24, and they added several more points to that. Meanwhile, for Morris, still looking for their first basket out of halftime. That's still no good, and still looking for their first basket after halftime. Here's Story again. Too strong off the glass. Story is really putting on the Jets here in the second half. Jones, she gives it up. Almost losing the ball. No travel call. Here's Jones, and she's fouled. Destiny Owens picks up the foul.
The foul is on Voorhees 35, Destiny Owens. That's her second.
That is
Team's
Owens'
third.
second personal. Team's third. Story playing some good defense as well. Across the lane, no good. Still looking for that first basket of the second half. Morris stuck on 24. Story loses her dribble for the moment. Gathers it back. Here's Bunkley. Bunkley, the hot hand, gives it off to Owens. From the free throw line is no good. Newbill in the tie-up.
Alternating
with Jones.
Position.
And alternate arrow, I should say.
Returning to the line.
Goes to Voorhees.
Number 25, Bullard.
Diamond Bullard checks back in for the Lady Tigers. 6 minutes and 1 second to go here in this third quarter. Voorhees has taken the control of this game ever since the late stage of the first half, as Bunkley hits her fourth three-pointer of the evening. And the Lady Tigers are starting to pour it on here. 47-24, out of the corner for three, no good. Newbill on with the rebound. 5.5 to go as Brittany is stolen there. Up the court, no look pass. Her teammate wasn't looking. McDonald gives it up. Bullard. Nice pass. Owens can't hit. Gets on rebound. Can't hit again. Bunkley. No. Action back and forth, but no baskets. That was Bunkley there with the defense. I don't know if they'll give her the block. I guess I'll give the backboard the block. But the ball went straight under the backboard. Oh, the basket's good for Bunkley. the presence of the OW Pep Band being here, I think that has something to do with the Lady Tigers all of a sudden coming here with life. Before the Pep Band came, it seemed like the arena didn't have enough life. But ever since the OW Pep Band here, Orangeburg Wilkinson, right up the road, providing the Pep Band sounds here this evening, as you can hear in the background. But let's talk about this Lady Tiger squad, as this Lady Tiger squad has definitely turned up the defense and now showing their strength as far as roster-wise, because Morris, they do not have any reserves. They only are playing with 5 players. Meanwhile, for Voorhees, they can go 10 deep here tonight. And right now, Voorhees look like they're starting to turn it on, and it looks like Voorhees will start to pull away. And if they can keep up with this lead at 50-24, you still have 4.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter, and you have all of the fourth quarter as well. But again, just like last night, can the Lady Tigers close it out? Ball goes out of bounds. Morris will still have it with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Jones across the lane. Good.
It's good. 4-2 by Jones.
Jones with her second field goal, 4 points on the evening, and it's 50-26. Voorhees on top. Bullard to the basket. So Diamond Bullard, her first 2 points, and it is 52-26. Voorhees in a dominating third quarter. Long three-pointer on the way, nothing but backboard. Newbill puts it in.
4-2.
Under 3.5 minutes to go. Voorhees up 54-26. And a steal. McDonald didn't pick up the pivot foot, and a 2-point basket for Brittany McDonald. McDonald with 15 points thus far. And it's a 30-point lead for Voorhees. 56-26. As Owens picks up her third foul.
Entering the game for the Lady Tigers is number 23, Felder.
Felder checks back in for the Lady Tigers out of the corner for 3, and it's good. There for Donovan.
By Donovan.
That's Donovan's second three-pointer made this evening, and it's 56-29. Back the other way quickly. Shot put up and no good. And there for Brittany McDonald. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to play in this third quarter. Another three-pointer taken. No good. Ball knocked around and into the crowd. Once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in on our Facebook page at Voorhees College and also our YouTube page at VC Tiger Sports. Thank you so very much for tuning in and also commenting. Out of the corner, Bullard can't hit. And we're coming up on 2 minutes to go. Nice play there for Graves. A Doja Graves with another deuce. 7 points on the evening for Graves, and it's 56-31. Voorhees on top. And that is a traveling violation called on Newberry. Coming up next after this, we have the men's portion of the Voorhees Morris matchup. So make sure that you stay with us.
To the lineup is number 11, Card.
Ariana Card checks back in, Ms. Voorhees. And the momentum that was started up last night with that win over Oakwood has definitely carried over here tonight against Morris. The ball comes out of bounds. Voorhees will have possession. Minute and a half to go. 56-31. Voorhees in cruise control, and that one was a pass out of bounds. How about Voorhees here with a dominant performance here in the second half, especially defensively, causing turnovers and causing havoc and making instant offense out of these turnovers. 3-pointer on the way, that's good. Donovan. That is her third three-pointer, her second three-pointer of the second half, and it's 56-34 as Story takes a spill. Graves will pick up the foul. That's Graves' second personal. A minute, 4 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The shot, no good. Ball knocked around. Newbell picks it up. Another opportunity for Voorhees. Just beyond the free throw line, can hit. As Jones slides down. Took a pretty nasty spill. Hopefully she's all right. I'm glad she's all right. Once again, Morris only has 5 players dressed out for the evening. Ball goes out of bounds. 33.1 seconds to go. We still have a whole fourth quarter ahead of us, but right now, Voorhees looking poised to win their second straight game. Coming up on 25 seconds to go. Jones is short. Here's Story. Who had a nice third quarter. That shot no good. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Up the court it goes. Jones with the basket. And that will do it for the third quarter. But the third quarter, a dominant third quarter for Voorhees College. As VC leads MC by the score of 56-36. So in that third quarter, the Lady Tigers turned up the pressure on defense, forced a lot of turnovers, and fast break buckets. Also, Buckley, for the second straight evening, she has showed out. But Buckley, her point production is better tonight than what she did last night. Thanks to the in part that she has hit 5 3-pointers so far. So Ty Buckley, definitely the Lady Tiger player of this game here so far. The Pep Man sounds good.
The game reset.
Pep Man from Orangeburg, Wilkinson.
Hornets.
Dressed out, decked out in Voorhees colors here tonight. as we start the fourth quarter. Thank you so very much for tuning in. 56-36 is our score as we are underway here in the fourth quarter. Jones with the deuce.
By Jones.
All of Jones' points has come here in the second half. 56-38 as we played about 30 seconds into the fourth and final quarter. Column number 32 is in there right now for the Lady Tigers as we start this fourth quarter. The basket good the other way for Braves.
By Braves.
Braves now with 9 points. And it's 56-40. Oh, off-balance shot. Callum hits it. It says a two-pointer. Oh, they'll give a three now. 59-40. Here's Jones being guarded there by Engel. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And that one was partially blocked. But right into the hands, but blowing the layup was Flood. There goes McDonald. No look pass. Engel. Coppola with her second field goal. And it's 61-40. Voorhees on top. That goes off the leg of the Morris player, and Voorhees will have possession. Card cross-court pass to McDonald. McDonald a little bit too hard off the glass. A little too hard with that pass off of the arm of Dixon. 61-40 is our score. VC on top. As we played a few minutes into this fourth and final quarter, Column again. No. Ashley falls to the floor. Voorhees still maintaining the possession. Aubrey will try again, this time air ball. Up the court it goes. Here's Dixon. And Dixon, good defense there by Ashley Johnson. Clock stops with 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 61-40 is our score. 3-pointer on the way, and that one is short. Here's McDonald. We'll have a whistle, a foul called against Morris.
Number 24, Dixon.
Dixon picks up her first.
Team's first in the fourth period.
Team's first. You know, it's very interesting that Morris is playing with 5 players. None of these 5 players are in foul trouble at all. As a steal, ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say last touch by Voorhees. But though it may, when you're playing with just 5 players, you'll have to play very smart basketball, especially on the defensive side, that you don't pick up silly fouls. As Graves falls to the floor, McDonald
That's her
a third foul.
Team's first of the fourth period.
Team's first of the fourth. Three-pointer on the way is good. That is the fourth three-pointer made by Donovan. Janira Donovan shooting very well from behind the three-point arc. Brittany answers back with 2 of her own and is back up to a 20-point Voorhees lead at 63-43. Three-pointer the other way by Dixon. So now Morris is starting to hit threes. Still with 6 minutes left. And a turnover. No. Dixon unable to hold her balance.
Tigers is number 21, Bunkley.
Bunkley will check back in. With 5 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the ball game. That shot is no good. We have a whistle. Once again, just a reminder, coming up after this game will be the men's portion between VC and MC. So make sure that you stay with us. Those of you watching us on YouTube, make sure that you switch over from one stream, the women's stream, to the men's stream. Those of you watching us on Facebook, just stay right there on Facebook, and we'll have a game for you. Ashley Johnson with the deuce.
Johnson. Ashley
Johnson, the Columbia native,
Morris
has stretched the Voorhees lead back out to 20 at 65-45. As we have a timeout on the floor. Let's check out the OW Pet Band for a little bit. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're having fun here. As you see, my student, Kiana Yeoman, the All-American track star, helping us out here this evening, as she did last evening. 5.5 to go. Jones can't hit, as we'll have a whistle.
The foul is on Morris, number 5.
As the foul
Yasha Jones
called.
That's her second.
On Jones.
Third.
That's her second, team's third. Turnaround shot is good for Ashley Johnson.
1-2 by Johnson. Ashley.
8 points for Ashley here this evening. $67-45, and a steal. Back come the other way. This is Card. Nice pass, extra pass, and Ashley with another basket.
Ashley.
Ashley now with 3 straight buckets. And another steal. Morris now, as we're about almost 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Showing some fatigue signs now. Once again, Morris only playing with 5 players.
Kanaja Flood, that's her second.
Kanaja Flood picks up the foul.
Line, shooting 2 is number
that's
21.
Her second. Team 4.
Bunkley.
Ty Bunkley at the line. 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Voorhees looking for their 7th victory of the year. And that's good.
Returning to the lineup for the Lady Tigers is 44 Newbill.
Newbill checks back in. 70-45. Voorhees on top. And Voorhees pretty much took command coming out of the halftime. They were up 38-24. But
That's
if you
her
really want to
second,
look at the
team
dominance
second.
of how the Lady Tigers did,
And at
just
the
look at the
line,
last
shooting
5 minutes of the
is number 24,
first half
Jada Dixon.
and basically all of the third quarter when the Lady Tigers turned it on defense and forced the Morris College Lady Hornets into some bad decisions. Dixon misses both. Still 70-46. Story! She has been heating up here this second half. Story is a quick little guard for the Lady Tigers. 72-46. And Morris right now shooting cold from the field. Inga brings it back out. Here's Ashley. Ball right back to Ashley Johnson's hands. Bounce pass inside. Here's Inga. No good. As well,
Alternating jump ball.
Alternating jump ball, and Voorhees will maintain possession.
Possession, Lady Tigers.
3 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the ball game. 72-46 is our score. Voorhees on top. And that ball was almost stolen, and it is. Coming away with it, Donovan. Donovan, who has had the hot hand, especially behind the three-point line in the second half for Morris. She'll try a hand again. Over the top, Voorhees will have possession. 2 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the fourth and final quarter. Once again, coming up after this game will be the men's portion of Voorhees versus Morris. And I'll come back about 20 minutes after this game is over. So just what the doctor ordered for the Lady Tigers. Last night win over Oakwood, and now apparently tonight's victory over Morris. Jones can't hit. A pass inside. That's good for Felder.
4-2 by Felder.
Kiana Felder with her first 2 points of the evening. And with 2:03 remaining, Voorhees is 2 minutes away from wrapping up their second straight victory. Just a reminder, the men's basketball game coming up next, right after we're done here. For those of you watching us on YouTube, make sure you switch streamings from the women's stream to the men's stream. And those of you watching us on Facebook, just stay right with us. Look like somebody's confident out there that the Morris men will win tonight.
Number 1.
We shall see.
Graves, that's her third, team's fifth.
Graves picks up
At the line,
a
shooting
third
2
foul.
is number 3,
DeAndrea Story will be at the line shooting. With a minute 49 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. As DeAndrea misses both. As we have the crowd filing in now as students here off the campus get ready to file in and watch the second game of our doubleheader. As that pass was too far for Owens. Under a minute and a half to go, and the Tigers looking very good. 74-46. That ball goes out of bounds. Now, Voorhees can really just kind of kill the clock a little bit. Run some time off. Get this victory, a very important victory, because this is a
1
conference
minute
game.
remaining. There is 1 minute remaining.
So this being a conference game, every conference game is magnified. And especially in a conference where not all the teams are going to make it to the conference tournament.
Teams 4.
Well, first off, the Continental Athletic Conference is home to 30 schools. So I don't think they're inviting all 30 schools to the basketball conference tournament. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think no more than 8 to 12 teams make it to that tournament. 47.9 seconds to go. Voorhees in cruise control. 74-46. Good victory once again for the Lady Tigers. I know Coach Glover, he has to be pleased with his team, what they've done in the last couple of nights. Newbill probably put the finishing touches. Not quite yet, as the clock stops with 16.3 seconds to go.
The Dawson Voorhees 44 for Lisa Newbill. That's her third, team's fifth. And at the line, shooting 2 is number 5, Jones.
So Jones will be back at the line. Jones misses the first. I know the Lady Tigers tonight, after playing in back-to-back games, they'll have a good rest before they turn their attention to more games. As last basket could go to Felder, as it's 78-47. And a block by Felder. That will do it. Dominant performance by the Lady Tigers as they come away with the victory over Morris College, 78-47. The Tigers now improve their record to 7-10. Meanwhile, Morris drops their record of 0-13. All right, as we take a wrap up of this game, Lady Tigers, strong performance here this evening, especially in the second half, with that strong performance on defense, causing turnovers and causing havoc in the backcourt. So right now, as the teams head into the locker room, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break, and we'll have a short post-game show, and then we'll get you set for the men's game coming up in about the next 20 minutes from now. Lady Tigers, once again, defeating Morris College, 78-47. We'll be right back. You're watching Lady Tiger basketball on the BC Tiger Sports Network. All right, back here at the Dawson Center. As you can hear, the Orangeburg Wilkinson Pep Band in the background performing live right here at the Dawson Center. The Lady Tigers with the victory here this evening as they defeat the Lady Hornets. So the Lady Hornets, you got to give them credit. They only dressed 5 players here this evening, and they try to stick around as long as they possibly can. They were down 38-24 at halftime, but in the third quarter, it seemed like the death of the Lady Tigers finally took over when that bench started playing, and then not only that, when the defense started turning up, and Forest College, they just didn't have enough firepower to answer the Lady Tigers when the pressure started to mount up. Unfortunately, for Forest, this has been a tough season, a rough season, and I got to give the ladies credit. They came and they tried their best, but unfortunately, they go home with another loss and a 13th straight loss. Meanwhile, for the Lady Tigers, back-to-back home victories. I know Coach Glover and the rest of the Lady Tigers got to feel good about themselves. They had back-to-back good performances there by Ty Buckley tonight. Buckley hit 5 3-pointers here this evening, as she had over 20 points this evening. So Ty Buckley did a well of a job. Brittany McDonald, of course, doing Brittany McDonald things once again, scoring, leading the team. And this team right here, the Lady Tigers, let's see if they can keep this momentum up. They've won 2 straight. They're 7-10. Let's see if they can have a strong closeout for the rest of the regular season. We shall find out. Right now, for those of you watching us on our YouTube page, we are going to end the streaming portion of the women's game. Make sure that you switch over for the men's game that's coming up on about the next 15 minutes or so. So make sure that you switch over on our YouTube page. For those of us watching us on our Facebook page, stay with us. We'll have the game for you. Right now, the men are on the court. They're getting ready, and we're getting ready to bring you that broadcast. But right now, thank you for watching Lady Tigers basketball. And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of Hornets versus Voorhees, the men's portion, coming up next. We'll see you in the future.